It's fucking cold out here. You can see my breath. Yeah. Basically, it's, well, this morning when we got my partner's car, it said it was minus 2.5. I don't think it's that cold now, but it doesn't matter where you seem to be putting water out at the moment, it just seems to freeze. So, yeah, I'm still presuming it's below 0. I haven't primed this or anything. All I've done is take the air filter off so I can put a bit of fuel line on it, because there wasn't any on it, so I've got the fuel pump actually connected now. And the engine I've actually just turned around so the exhaust is face away, because, yeah, this engine has shot out fireballs before and I'd much prefer to keep my eyebrows. Also, while I'm here, I have developed another little problem, and that is the lathe. I need to get some WD-40 out here. I'm going to bring out some emery cloth and some WD-40, and I'm going to completely go over the whole lathe to get rid of all the rust, and then I'm going to get some of that GT85 spray stuff, because that stuff doesn't seem to evaporate like WD-40. WD-40 is absolute shit for keeping things lubricated. You know, it's basically that stuff's just for getting bolts loosened or whatever. Although it does work quite well on a car body trim and on tyres, as long as you don't get it on the brake discs. This petrol's been sitting there for some while now, so it's probably not the greatest of nick. And it's also been cold, but it doesn't appear to be yellow and it still smells like petrol. So I'm just going to chuck some into the carb. Should really do this. Right. We'll put quite a bit in, just because this engine is a thirsty engine. Oh. We'll chuck this hose into the fuel tank. I honestly don't know if that will actually work, just because it's a very that hose that I'm using isn't actually fuel line. That and the fuel pump's been dry for a very long while, not recently. Just to remind myself of the way this engine actually is wired, because I still can't even remember. I think blue is the oil pressure sensor, because it hasn't been stripped. Red is coming from, which is going from the wire which comes from the starter motor, so that's the main power. The earth, right, that one there is the ignition. So okay, I know which way this is gonna run out. Oh, fucking cold here, guys. Hope you appreciate this. Right, this battery is the battery I'm using is my really crap, useless battery, which is no good for anything really. But I have tried to do that Epsom salts crap to it, which is when you get like 100 grams of Epsom salts and you mix it with the smallest amount of water it will possibly dissolve in, and you top your cells up with it. It's supposed to get rid of the crap off the cells. I've been using it on my partner's UPS, because we bought him a UPS for his fish tank, and it seems to be working on that quite well. Even when you put like a pair of hair straightens or something with high amperage on it, the battery doesn't seem to die instantly, so we'll hope that's how this is going to work. That's the ignition coil on. It's in the idle position. Let's see if it cranks. And it should stop it, really. Hey, that's good. I think that battery might actually now be dead. But luckily I have another one upstairs. I will be back shortly, but it does appear it may just run. I just think the bowl's too dry. It needs to fill up. Right, I'm going to try battery number 2. This battery, I have 3 batteries now. This one's the one that's most likely to work. It came out of an Evo. That we put a BMW mains power cable in so we can move the battery from the engine bay to the boot, because the car is fitted to had uprated turbo and engine and everything. We needed to get a bigger induction pipe to the turbo, so the battery had to go, and we couldn't find any of these small little pissy terminals, because this is, you can see that's a much smaller terminal than normal. So yeah, we just bought a new battery, and this is the one that's left over. Let's see how this one works. It should be quite good. It has been charged up on the UPS, so we'll see how it handles it. Although this one is getting more useless every single time, because the bits of copper falling off of it. Anyway, let's give it a whirl. Oh, that's not good. These crocodile clip things that I use are useless. That doesn't appear to be good. There's a lot of fuel going in though. There's not much. I'm just going to dribble a little bit in. I don't even know if this little pipe's picking anything up, so there's every chance the carb's still completely dry. But it does appear to be dribbling some in on the the accelerator pump. This thing has a vacuum operated accelerator pump, so it seems to be dribbling. Oh, come on. Don't tease me. Nope, still not having it. I don't think this thing's picking up anything. Oh shit, that was a bit much. Yeah, that was on lots. Well, I'm putting that back on. Right then. Give it another go. And I'll choke it this time. Smelly. Why do I have a feeling a head gasket on one of these just blew? This one here, I just thought I had a black smoke come out. And I have a bad feeling that just blew. Because this hasn't got standard head gaskets on it, it's got gasket paper material head gaskets. I've got a 1.8mm thick gasket material which I used on several small engines, but not quite an engine this big. Let's see if it clanks again. Appear to be having it. Oh no, I don't think this is working. This little setup. I don't know. I don't have any other ways of getting fuel into this carb. That's the problem I've got. But you know, no, this feels absolutely normal. The only other solution I have. Jerk that up a little bit. Like that. I'll crank it over with ignition off. Oh great, there the rest of that wire went. Let's give it a second to strip this wire again. It's the one for the ignition coil, just keeps... Yeah, because I don't have a switch or anything. I do have an ignition switch with a key, a cheapy one, but there's no point in wiring it up. Waste of terminals. Come on. Plastic, it's so cold, the plastic's really hard to strip. There we go. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crank it over with my hand on the throttle, with my hand completely over the inlet, and I'll pull a full vacuum, and the only way that fuel is going to be able to get in, well, anything is going to be able to get in through that carb, because everything else is sealed, is the fuel line. So that's the only way this carb is going to fill up. And I'm going to do it with the ignition. There's absolutely no fuel coming in through that. Well, the wiring probably means the float's stuck or something silly. So, oh well. I'll dribble a little bit of fuel into the I mean, even if I do this and see if I can get anything, nothing's even dribbling out of that pipe, so the pipe's not even getting any fuel in it. I can dribble a little bit more in the top and I'll see if I can get it to run for a small period of time. Even at idle, I just won't touch the throttle, just let it try and start up. Right, okay, last try. I doubt it's going to do much. But the good thing is, this engine's sat out in the weather for a while, so it's not seized. That's a good start. Yeah, okay, that's about as much fun as we're going to get out of this today. But it's a start, I suppose, really, isn't it? We'll get that carb taken off and have a look at it some other time. Because fuck am I doing that today? It is too cold. Doesn't help that my trainers are absolutely screwed, so yeah, I should come in my boots really. Oh well, you've seen it.